Hey, Fix-It Tony here. Today I'm going to show you how to put air in your tires. Pretty basic car maintenance task. A few days ago I took off my summer tires and installed my snow tires for the winter. We got snow on the ground. Let's see here, we got snow on the ground. So these minivans, I haven't had a minivan that actually has good traction in the winter. Had a Honda Odyssey, horrible in the snow. This Chrysler Pacifica, horrible in the snow. It's not all-wheel drive, it's front-wheel drive. Even though it's a plug-in electric, really is not as good as all-wheel drive. I've had Subarus, Volkswagens, Toyotas, RAV4s. They all-wheel drive does make a difference. But these tires were, that's a different story for a different time. But let me tell you about these tires. So I have a set of tires. They're permanently mounted on their own set of wheels. These tires have not had an inflation done since last winter. So I suspect a gradual loss in tire pressure. So we have to find out what tire pressure this car wants. So the way you find out where to look to know what your tire pressures ought to be is you check the driver's side door, and on the pillar side you're going to see let's get this thing to focus. There we go. So you're going to see the pressure ratings, 36 psi on all four corners, front and rear. This car does not have a spare, so we don't have to worry about the spare. We're going to use PSIs only because that's where we live. But if you want the metric system, kilopascals is just as good. So 36 psi is where we need to be. So part of the process, do things sort of in a production style format. So what I'm going to do is turn on my air compressor. So I got my air compressor mounted up high. I have a switch over here that I flip. So my compressor is done doing what it's needing to do, which is filling up my tank with air. While I was doing that, I walked around the car and removed the valve stem covers on all my tires. So try to do sort of a production style. So remove all the tire caps, and then we're going to hit all the tires, and then we're going to measure and recheck the pressures, and then we will put the caps back on. So that's kind of the process. It's worthwhile investing in a good tire pressure gauge and tire filling system. This particular one I got from Rhino USA. So it plugs into my air supply. I can control the pressure. I can bleed out air if I want to by pushing this button, and I can connect my adapter to the car and let go and just check the pressure. Now what I found out, now this particular pressure gauge I got from TireRack.com, and so these two side by side are close, but they're not exact. This one, if I inflate to exactly the number I want it to be at, and then I check it with this one will say it's about a pound or two high. So, you know, what do I want to err on the side of? Over or under inflation? I don't know. There's cons both ways. But that's kind of my dilemma. All right. So the way this works is I squeeze this, pop this on, and then I'll inflate. So, all right, so what's it reading? It's reading at 30 psi. Let's see here. All right. Let's see if I get the light on this. Oh boy. Let's see. All right, so 30 psi. My compressor will kick on. It's going to get loud. I'm at 30. You got the parallax error of the camera, but I'm looking straight on. So that was 36 psi. Now let's double check with this. Let's try again. 37. So it's a pound over. So what I can do, take air out. And call it 36. So I'm going to be either 35 to 36. That's what it's going to be. So this tire was short by 6 pounds. That's significant. There we go. You can see that. I'm at 30 psi. Let's get the light. So I'm at 35 psi here. I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, for illustrative purposes, I inflated the 35 based on this gauge. So, will this gauge show us 36? Ow. Ah. Oh, man. Well, it probably would have been 36 if I would have put the silly thing on right. Let's see. Yeah, I lost a pound by fiddle farting. All right. My fingers are cold. This thing is cold. Let's try again. Oh my God. There. 36 and a half. Close enough. All right. My tire pressures are now even, balanced, and according to spec. Thank you for watching this video. It's an important video to remind you to check your tire pressures regularly. If you're switching tires out, remember to check your tire pressures and inflate accordingly to the manufacturer's specifications, and always have proper tire pressure all the time for safety for the vehicle and the passengers, as well as the longevity of the tires. Thank you so much. If this is your first time visiting, please hit subscribe. If you like this video, click like. Thank you very much. Bye.